Right, final game of the season, and it does end with a defeat. Real shame. I wanted to end the season on a high. The atmosphere today felt a little bit like pre-season, first game of the season vibes, is what I was getting from it. But yeah, weird experience, because we know the boys have given their all throughout the season, but in reality we're just simply not good enough to stay up. We lack a lot of quality, especially in the defensive part of our team, and today just basically reflected that. You know, going forward, we know we're not a problem. We can score goals like we did today. In fact, I felt we should have scored more than the 2 goals which we did score. Honestly, I don't think the scoreline actually reflected the performance, but you know, it's kind of the story of our season, if I'm being honest with you. I thought Fulham would have been a little bit on the beach, but despite being really relaxed, they moved the ball about extremely well, played a really strong team, caused us plenty of problems, scored some really good goals, counter-attacked us extremely well, and just did the job. And you can understand why they are a Premier League side with the way they were playing, and that's something, you know. Fulham, another year being mid-table in the Premier League, another year of foundations in place. You know, they're hopeful that they can push on and try and, you know, close that gap to those European spots. And, you know, with the way they're playing and under Marco Silva, I can see that, you know, potentially happening. But with us, okay, not been the ideal season. Of course we wanted to stay up, but I feel like we are going to take a step back and hopefully take 2 steps forward. We would have learned so much this season in the Premier League, on and off the field, and hopefully an exciting summer awaits. I think it's going to be a big rebuild, especially in that midfield, because I do think we are going to lose Barkley, and I don't think Lokonga is going to return back following his loan to Arsenal. So those are 2 massive, you know, players there in that midfield. And also defensively as well, we could potentially lose Menji. Osho, I believe there's question marks that he's out of contract in the summer. We've got a lot of defenders that are, you know, injury prone, so defence really does need looking at, you know. And also, of course, with Lockyer, will he retire? Will he play again? I feel like he's going to retire, if I'm being brutally honest with you. But that defence needs looking at. It really does. And once you've got that core foundation throughout the team, you know, the spine of the team, then you can really bounce back. I feel like the spine this year has just been pretty much non-existent. Of course, an injury crisis has impacted us, but in reality, too many defensive mistakes, switching off too much, something that needs to get better next season. You know, I feel like we give the players a little bit of the benefit of the doubt for this year, but next year they won't have that. It will be gone. Honeymoon period is truly over with Edwards. He will get, you know, harshly judged if we are replicating some similar performances which we have done this season into next. I feel like the real expectation will be to finish in the top 10. I feel like that is a realistic one, and I do think we are going to spend some money. How much, I'm not too sure. We can discuss that in a later video, but I feel like it's exciting times. I've heard rumours about Edwards potentially being the next, you know, Ipswich boss if McKenna leads them to go to Brighton. We could have a whole summer of rumours. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing what players we can bring in, and just simply onwards and upwards from here, really. There's no point dwelling on the relegation. Let the fans mock us from other teams. Take it all in, but let us have the last laugh when we go back up and hopefully stay up in 2 years' time. You know, we've had stadium announcement today. Hopefully by 2027 we will be in our brand new stadium. So it's 3 more seasons yet of the Kenny, and hopefully 3 successful seasons at the Kenny as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I thought the referee was absolutely rubbish today for both teams, if I'm being honest. Just some of the decisions were just not consistent whatsoever, and I'm like, what the hell? Big shout out to Joe Johnson for coming on. Menji obviously hurt his knee, it looked like he twisted it, and I thought Joe Johnson, he done well, you know, against, you know, a really tough Fulham attack. Also, James Shea coming on. I'm glad that he got the final 15 minutes. That may be the last time we see James Shea in a Luton shirt. So, and he's been like a really solid player for Luton for all these years. You know, from League 2 all the way to the Prem. He deserves that. He deserved a few minutes at least being a Premier League goalkeeper. So I'm super happy he got that. He could be released in the summer. We have to wait and see. I will react to the retain list when it does eventually get announced. But yeah. Onwards and upwards from here. Plenty of videos coming on my channel in the next week or so. But yeah, stay tuned, and yeah, up the Hatters Championship tour. Can't wait. Looking forward to it.